All right, Hirschbach, it's Friday and I'm back. We're back. I guess there's no we, it's me. It's just going to be me today, and I want to start off by thanking everyone. We're coming out of the doldrums here of winter. I mean, what an unbelievable 3 week stretch we've all experienced, and all in all, it was a challenge, no doubt about it, and it impacted all of us in many ways, from not being able to move due to the weather, and lower utilization and revenue generation and higher fuel costs and higher maintenance costs. And we did pretty well on the accident front. We had some, we did have some, but I'll tell you, we had far fewer than what I had feared we might have, and I'm quite confident we came out of it much better than most of the other truckers out there. So good job to the vast majority of you that did the right things and continue to do the right things on operating safely out there. So, but as we come out of it here, I think we're 40 degrees here in Dubuque, and it's looking like maybe getting close to 50 next week. It's great seeing the snow melting and the sun shining, and boy, the vaccines are coming on real strong out there. Johnson and Johnson, which is the one dose company, they just got theirs recommended for approval. Final approval is just supposed to be a formality, and that's supposed to happen either today or early next week. And there's just a ton of vaccines that are coming on the market here, made available, and I'm pretty optimistic, being essential workers here as we are in the trucking industry, that we're going to get vaccinated here in March. I'm quite confident of that. And as I said last week, we're keeping real close tabs on what's happening there, and believe me, we're going to do everything we possibly can to make those vaccines available to the Hirschbach crew as quickly as we can, and get up into the front of as close to the front of the line as we possibly can. We'll work every angle we can. All right, so maybe some topics to talk about today. This week we had an announcement. We're making we're going to be moving towards a little different structure here at Hirschbach. It really shouldn't impact anyone negatively. In fact, I am super confident it's going to be very beneficial to everyone. It's a little awkward in that I have two jobs here at Hirschbach. One is to be the company's CEO, and one is the company's president. And those are really two distinct jobs. The president of the company is responsible for really the day-to-day execution of the plan, making sure the trains are running on time, everyone knows what the plan is, and being managed and held accountable, and all those sorts of things. And then the CEO of the company is really the one that's more setting the course for the company, the vision of the company, getting involved in closing big deals with customers and equipment vendors and those sorts of things, and being responsible for the vibe or the culture of the organization and what have you, and staying in tune with what's happening in the industry and trends that are happening, and changes that might be coming down the barrel that we might be looking at, regulatory-wise, technology-wise, what have you. And the reality is I am much better at one of those jobs, the CEO job, and not nearly as good as the president in that job. And that's just I'm a little bit just better suited and better built for one versus the other. And trying to do two jobs isn't right for the organization. Can't do either one of them as well as I'd like to. And so with that, the awkward piece is I'm firing myself as the president of the company. And so the leadership team and my wife, Jelaine, have all unanimously agreed that it's a great decision. And so I will no longer be the president. I'll just be the CEO. And the choice of who we put in as the president, I really have two choices. One is to hire someone, promote someone within, and the second is to hire someone from the outside. And it was a real easy decision on what to do. We've got a fantastic internal candidate. Most of you, if not all of you, know this person. I've had the pleasure of working with him for the last 8 years, and he's been an integral part of our success, our collective success here at Hirschbach, where we've organically grown this company from 450 drivers to over 2,000. I've known him for over 15 years. We got to know each other through a benchmarking group, and he was with another trucking company at the time. And of course, it's Dan Wallace. Dan is the president of our over-the-road business segment, and he'll be becoming the president of Hirschbach. And that transition is going to take some time. We're estimating it to be, maybe a year to a year and a half. What that means is and how that transition will look is the operations, the over-the-road and the dedicated operations that Dan manages the over-road, Chris manages the dedicated. The operations group is going to come together as one, and that'll happen. Chris and Dan will be attached at the hip, and they will work together and fusing those departments together. We anticipate that's going to take about 6 months, and at the same time, we're going to have sales managed by Mike Smith. I think we've mentioned Mike Smith. I think we've had him on podcasts in the past. Mike joined us last year, comes with a ton of experience in leading sales teams. And so Mike will be leading the sales effort here at Hirschbach, and we'll continue to have 2 sales teams like we do now, one on the over-the-road and one on the dedicated side. Just complete focus for Mike will be 100% on sales. And Chris Schmidt will have 100% focus on operations as our chief operating officer. And I'll have all those guys on at some point in future podcasts, Mike, Dan, and Chris. But they're going to all work together, as I said, over the next 6 months. And once they all three agree that sales and operations are self-sufficient without Dan's day-to-day involvement, then Dan will start looking at taking on the other functions that I manage, from maintenance to HR, safety, IT, and in finance. So anyway, it's going to be wonderful. I will have a bigger impact on the organization, being 100% focused as our CEO. And Dan will do a far, far better job as our president here at Hirschbach. So very exciting development there, and I know it's going to be good for all of us. There are just a lot of things going on that are very in addition to that, there's just a lot of things that we've got in the works that are going to be really great in helping this company. Which is a great company already, a very, very good company, I'll say, and we're trying to get better every day, and we've got a lot of exciting things in the works to make Hirschbach an even better place for everyone. Of course, on the equipment front, I've been talking about that a lot, and the new trucks are now starting to arrive, the 2022 model years, and so Freightliners are pouring into the fleet. Like a tsunami of equipment. We're going to have over 400 trucks over the next 90 days that are going to be brought into the fleet, so over 30 a week. I see lots of drivers swapping out of trucks. Of course, we're going to be taking out the 2018 Internationals first. There's about 250 of those. And we've also got a group of Kenworths that we're going to be targeting to take out the early 2019s. There's roughly about 100 of those that we'll be looking to trade out. And as the year progresses, eventually we'll have 1,500 trucks come in. So every month there's just going to be more and more trucks coming in. And so if you're not in a new truck, you're likely going to get in one here by the end of the year. So very exciting stuff going on there. On the trailer end of things, I've mentioned as well, we got a lot of new equipment coming in there. We've got 1,200 new trailers that are coming into the fleet. The first 20 of them have been built and have been delivered to our dealer out in Sioux City, so we're going to start bringing those trailers into the fleet. And again, those trailers have this new technology called Philips Connect, but basically it allows us to do some diagnostic work remotely and see if there's a problem with any of the lights on the trailers. So if there is, we can get someone to get it fixed, maybe at a drop yard, or might even be sitting in one of our own terminals. But we'll be able to monitor and see if there are any problems there with the lights remotely. Monitor doors opening and closing, which is going to help us better manage our customers from using our trailers for storage. So lots of good things coming there on the equipment front. Terminals, who all like talking about terminals, and lots of good stuff coming on the terminal front. Kansas City, we did bring that terminal online, or at least we took possession of it here February 15th. Caitlin from HR is the point person on working with Nick and Scott on hiring technicians out there, and I think we're already up to 8 or 9 technicians that we've hired, and some very, very experienced technicians. So we're pretty fortunate there. It looks like we'll be able to get that shop up and running even quicker than what we thought, so stay tuned. We are working on getting a keypad put in at the location, so Roe is going to be down there next week, and we'll let you know. It'll either be installed next week or the week after. As soon as we get it installed, we'll let you know, give you the key code, and you'll be able to use that as a drop lot and a safe place to park if you're going through the Kansas City area. And we'll have that shop up and running so you can, for amenities that you can use, the normal things, take a shower, wash some clothes, those sort of things, and get the technicians going so they can work on your equipment. We anticipate we'll have all that stuff done by April 1st, so stay tuned there. As the weather starts warming up, we've got a couple of construction projects we're going to start both in East Dubuque and in Monmouth, Illinois. I'll start in East Dubuque. We're going to change the entrance to be down by the training center. So we're going to be moving some dirt around, getting some concrete in, and changing the entrance to be down there, and the exit will be out over on the side of the shop. And so we'll have a much better flow of traffic in and out of Dubuque. We're also going to control access in and out of Dubuque as well. And on your way in, we'll have courtesy inspections. So whether the truck or trailer is due for service or not, we'll make sure that we're able to talk to you. And if you've got any issues, you can tell us about them, and we'll get some eyes on the equipment as well, and to see if anything else needs to be addressed. And so that'll be real good there in Dubuque, East Dubuque, I should say. Moving on to Monmouth, some exciting projects we got going on there. We're going to be putting in a lot of concrete, really making the yard nice. We're going to be removing the fuel island in front. We'll be moving Granny's from its trailer location back into the tractor shop. And we're going to be constructing our first, I'll call it Hirschbach Blue Beacon, if you will. Maybe we'll have to call it an orange beacon, but it might be more appropriate. So we'll have that in Monmouth. We're going to have two bays, and just like a Blue Beacon, wash the outside of the truck and trailer, wash the inside of the trailer. That's going to be constructed in between the tractor shop and the fairway. We purchased some land over there, and connected to that is where we're going to put the driver amenities. So I know we don't have the nicest driver amenities down in Monmouth. Apologize for that. We're making them as nice as we can. Obviously, we don't want to spend too much on something that we're going to replace with real nice stuff. So that's all forthcoming here in Monmouth. And Monmouth will also have controlled access on and off the property, and the only people that are going to be able to get on our property will be Hirschbach people, and as well as the customers we've got on the live haul side that'll be coming in. No other carriers will be allowed on our property over at Hirschbach, and so that'll be real nice development improvements over in Monmouth. And moving down to Denton, Denton, of course, is we got a great group down there in Denton that does a wonderful job. We've got a nice building, but unfortunately, we just don't have enough land around it. We believe within the next 2 weeks we're going to get approval on the land that we're scheduled or we're going to be purchasing across the street from our current location. Once we get approval, then we'll close on the land, and that's scheduled to happen around the end of April. And hopefully we can get going on moving some dirt around here in May or June. And so we're going to have a real nice facility down in Denton with plenty of room to park and nice driver amenities. And we'll put in a wash there as well to wash the outside of the truck and trailer and what have you. So a lot of things going on the terminal front, and I'm very optimistic as well. We've got a handshake agreement on a new terminal in Joliet, Illinois. We're just waiting on basically dotting the I's and crossing the T's on the agreement, and hopefully we'll have that completed within the next couple weeks. That location will be that'll have on-site fuel. That's the other thing that we're going to have at our terminals in the future. We're going to have on-site fuel as well. Probably not in Monmouth because of the Loves right down the street, and not in East Dubuque. We don't have enough room to fit at in East Dubuque, but in Denton there and over in Joliet, and probably in Kansas City's got on-site fuel as well. We've got to see how those pumps work and what have you, but we look forward to having on-site fuel, and look forward to having washout facilities at our terminals in the future. My eyes are set right now on eastern Pennsylvania as well, and so nothing to report there, but I can tell you we're looking for something out in eastern Pennsylvania. We like to get into the market by finding something that's existing, and then seeing how that goes, and then maybe building in the future. Exactly what we're doing down in Denton type thing. And I could see us outgrowing this facility in Kansas City that we're getting into down the road and building something there eventually. So, yeah, lots of stuff there on the terminal front, and these are some of the projects. This is an example of some of the things that I can be working on even more so by freeing up some of my time on the president's side and focusing more of my time as the CEO. Let's see. I don't got anyone to talk to, so here. The last thing, I guess, is, as we, I guess the theme has been there's a lot of great things to look forward to, and so we talked about some structural changes. We're talking about new equipment, new terminals. Not a lot to share with you specifically on the customer front, aside from our demand for our services are really high, and that's really good news. And so we're able to get more business from existing customers. We've got new customers that are coming on board, new customers that are in the pipeline. More to follow on there. We'll definitely be sharing the details with you as to a lot of those successes as Mike and his team, led by Scott Groshans on the over-the-road side, and Chris Douglas on the dedicated side, and Kevin Loggy on the spotting side. We'll definitely get those guys on here and let them share with you some of the great successes that we've got coming on board. I know one of the things, and I've had a couple drivers ask me about it recently, are we getting into the tanker business? And it looks like we are with one of our existing dedicated fleets, the Nestle fleet that primarily is hauling out of Stanwood, Michigan, and out of the Indy market. It looks like we're going to be getting involved in hauling some spring water from Ohio back into their network. And so stay tuned there. I know we've got some drivers in that fleet that already have tanker endorsement, and we look forward to that business starting. It looks like it's probably going to start sometime later this spring. So lots of great things on the customer front. I guess I'd be remiss. It's towards the end of February here. I think another great thing we've got here at Hirschbach is we've got a rich group of people that are truly all in and really care, whether you're driving trucks here at Hirschbach or working in our shops or in one of our offices. We've got our mantra, all in to win, and I really am truly blessed, and we are, to have so many great people throughout the organization that are truly committed and all in. And one of the things I really value and appreciate about the people here at Hirschbach is, we've got a bunch of crazy people. We got all sorts of people from all different walks of life, and everyone, I feel, really does a great job of treating each other with respect, and we've got a lot of diversity here at Hirschbach in many different ways. And I just wanted to touch on, we've talked about some of the rioting and Black Lives Matter movement and so forth going on. That's really opened our eyes quite a bit in this country in a healthy way. And I'm an optimist. I'm a glass half full type person, and I really believe that we're going to see some positive come out of some of that as a result of what's been happening this year. And it's towards the end of February, and February is Black History Month. And I just wanted to recognize and appreciate. We've got rich diversity here at Hirschbach, and I like to say I am prejudiced. I'm prejudiced against bad people, and we've got great people here, regardless of their skin color, regardless of their sexual preference, regardless of their religion. You name it, I can go on the list. We've got just fantastic people here that truly do care about the company. They care about doing a great job for the company, and you're okay with me if you fit that bill. If you're a good person and you follow the golden rule and treat others as you want to be treated, and you're a hard worker and a good person, then you're welcome here at Hirschbach any day. So with that, I'll sign off, and let's enjoy the weather, and let's enjoy each other, and let's have a great 2021. The table's set for an amazing year here at Hirschbach. Thank you.